So great to be back at another Utah Republican Convention. I'm grateful to each of you for serving because you're the ones who are on the front row. You are the ones who make the difference. You are the ones who remind us of what it means to be Americans. So this year we're celebrating our 250th anniversary as a country. How did we get there? Well, we got there because we had been asked by the British to outsource our government to a London-based entity. Well, that sucked, and it didn't work. And as a result, the voice of the people was silenced. That's how we became a country. It wasn't just because we were sick of having a king, or we didn't like the Union Jack. It was because we were being asked to be subject to a large, distant national government to whom we had to outsource all of our decisions. Outsourcing remains the enemy today. The enemy of conservative policies, the enemy of what it means to have constitutional government, the enemy of what it means to be Americans. It's that same tactic that they're using today. They're asking us, among other things, to outsource the process of selecting Republican candidates, and that's wrong. It belongs to you, to we, the people, not to experts, not to paid signature gatherers, but to this convention, these delegates here today. And don't be fooled. It is you they're trying to get around. It is you they're trying to silence. It's you they're trying to render irrelevant, and that's wrong. Now, it gets even worse when they want to outsource not only Republican candidate selection, but that, after a while, gets to another kind of outsourcing. It gets to the outsourcing of who gets to draw legislative districts. This so-called Independent Redistricting Commission was wrong. It was designed to circumvent you, us, and who we elect to make our laws. Under the Utah Constitution, it is the Utah legislature. It is not courts. It sure as heck isn't a commission. It's our lawmakers. Delegates, that is why we must repeal SB 54. This charade has gone on long enough, and we can't put up with it anymore. Now, it's not going to be easy, but we all have to unite. We have to make our voices heard. We have to talk to those who represent us in the state capitol, and we have to get it done. So, what other kind of outsourcing? Well, our Democratic colleagues in the Senate and their counterparts in the House also want to outsource voters. American voters. American voters outsourced with foreign voters whom they brought in to the tune of 10 or 15 million just in 4 years alone. They want to make it easier for them to vote, and we will have nothing of it. This is why I wrote the Save America Act, and this is why I've made it my #1 legislative priority. By the way, I was just with the president just over 24 hours ago. It remains President Trump's #1 legislative priority. We do all of this because this is our country. This is your country. It must not be outsourced to anyone else. And so, as we push to get the Save America Act passed, the only thing stopping us, look, like 80% of Americans support it, Republicans and Democrats alike. Among Republicans, support like 90 or 95%. Only in the halls of Congress is this controversial, even with Democrats. Everywhere else, it's not. But what they want to do, what the Democrats want to do, is they want to filibuster their way out of it without actually speaking. My answer to that, we can't outsource debate too. If they want to filibuster the Save America Act, make them speak. And if we're not willing to make them speak and go through the hard work, it's time to nuke the filibuster. So look, you gave us the House of Representatives. You gave us the Senate. You gave us President Trump back in the White House where he belongs. You demanded your country back. And you sent us back there to secure our elections, to restore our sovereignty, to put America, and especially Americans, first. So now, today, is the time to ask your elected representatives to deliver on what they did. And do not take no for an answer. The United States Senate is there to represent you, not to serve the zombie filibuster, which must come to an end today. Together, we will make sure that America remains the greatest country the world has ever known. We've gone through 250 years, and we've got to make sure that the next 250 years is even better, is even brighter, is even stronger. And the only way to do that is to put the people back in charge and to make sure that we follow the Constitution, that we follow the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who made this country a success. May that same God bless this convention, bless the delegates. May God bless the sovereign state of Utah. May God bless the President of the United States of America. And may God bless the United States of America and all who occupy it. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. Let's win.